Are you ready to take your audio to the next level? Are you ready to upgrade your microphone without emptying your wallet? I might have your answer because my friend Ted from Fifine has sent over this AM8 dynamic microphone for me to review for you guys. I've actually been seeing this microphone a lot lately, and it's only getting more popular due to the functionality, the quality of it, and the price point. So today I'd like to see if the AM8 can live up to the hype, whether it be for streaming your podcast or streaming your games. And to do that, I'm going to break this video up into 4 different segments. Starting off with a complete unboxing of this microphone, go over all the functions of the microphone and see what you can and can't do. Do a raw audio test with the microphone straight out the box without any EQ at all. And lastly, I want to do a few side-by-side comparisons with a few mics. One being this mic right here, which is the Shure SM7B, as I'm sure you all know, which is $400. But I also want to compare it to another microphone in the same price range, which is going to be the USB Razer Siren Mini. So can this $50 mic beat this $400 mic? I'm BradleyWayne. Let's find out together. Now, let's talk about all the functions. This is what really attracted me to this mic, is not only does it have a cool, clean looking RGB to it, you have multiple options to go with. On the back, it has a touch to control mute button. It doesn't click, it's just a simple touch, which I think is a neat feature. On the front, it has a gain control knob to adjust how loud you want to be, and also a headphone volume knob. And I will say, for a $50 mic, the knobs feel smooth. And what's awesome is that it has touch control to change the RGB on the bottom to your favorite color, or to fit the aesthetic of your setup, which is really nice because who doesn't like more lights? On the bottom, it has real-time monitoring with the headphone jack. It's either USB or XLR compatible, so you can upgrade from USB to XLR without having to buy a brand new microphone. You can just put that money towards a new interface and a tier 1 membership to this channel. Help us both out. But I do want to quickly mention that not all the functions on the AM8 will work if you have it connected to the XLR, like the RGB or the headphone monitor. They only work through the USB connection. Enough with the functions, let's plug the AM8 in and see how it sounds. This is the AM8 XLR connected. I'm about 3 inches away from the mic. The capsule is up top, and as you can see, the RGB is not on. And if you're curious, the phantom power does not turn it on, which in my opinion is a big bummer, because if you want the light, you'd have to also connect it to USB, which I feel like is a little too much. There's too many cords to deal with. But how does it sound to you? I won't know until the editing process. Let me know. Let me know down in the comments. This is the Fifine AM8 with the USB connected. I'm about 3 inches away from the capsule, which is the very top, while it's connected to the stand that it was given. Since it's connected to the USB, the RGB is on, as you can see, and I am loving the way it looks. It's like the very smooth transition kind of RGB. So to test this mic out, I put it up against 2 different microphones. The first test was the Shure SM7B, which is probably, if not the most popular mic out there for anything streaming or podcast related. It has stood the test of time, and I even use it. I really wanted to put them together and really hear the difference in sound quality of a $50 mic and a $400 mic, which are both dynamic mics, by the way. And what I've said before, it has stood the test of time with all things podcast or gaming related. It sounds great, as you can hear, and at the moment I have no EQ on it, and it's at a 4:1 compression. And I'm about 3 to 4 inches away from the mic, with the capsule being about midway. Now what you're listening to is the AM8 USB connection. I'm about 3 to 4 inches away from it as well, and I believe the capsule is at the very top. And again, I won't be able to hear how it sounds compared until the editing process, but you do. Let me know what you think down in the comments, if there's like a big difference or a little difference. How does this $50 mic stand up to this $400 mic? And after that, I wanted to put the AM8 with another microphone that's in the same price range, which is the Razer Siren Mini that comes out to be around $50. So we can see if there's much of a difference with two microphones at the same price point. What you're hearing right now is the Fifine AM8 USB connection. Again, with no EQ at all, a standard 4:1 compression, same as the Razer Siren here. And with the compression on the AM8, when I get loud, I sound like this. And when I get quiet, I sound like this. And that's with the USB connection. And this is the Razer Siren Mini, the USB connection, but it still has the standard 4:1 compression, no EQ, no noise gate on this one. And if I get loud, it sounds like this. And when I get quiet, it sounds like this. So I switched over to the XLR connection to see how this one sounds compared to the USB connection. And when I get loud, it sounds like this. And when I get quiet, it sounds like this. And this is the difference between two mics that are around the same price, $50. Between the two dynamic mics that I just tested for sound quality, I really wanted to see the difference between things like isolation. So I tested mouse and keyboard clicks and banging on the desk to see how much of it catches in the background. Right now you're listening to the Shure SM7B with a simple noise gate. I'm going to start hitting the keys. Alright, switching to the AM8, I'm going to start hitting the keys. Now let's test it with the other $50 mic, the Razer Siren Mini. Alright, now that we're on the AM8. After all that, you can really see the difference between all three. When I look for a microphone or buy a microphone, I look for three qualifications. Obviously the sound quality, the build quality, and the look of it. How it's gonna look on stream and when you're doing videos. Because honestly, that's pretty important. Yes, the Shure SM7B is a great sounding mic. We can all agree to that. It's literally world renowned and it has been for years. But let's be honest, really the only redeeming quality of the look of this microphone is that people know what it is. So it's kind of like a recognition if you have it. The look of the AM8 to me is definitely a 10 out of 10. It looks like a streaming mic with the foam top, the RGB ring on the bottom, being able to control it, and honestly, the sound quality is top notch for the price point. With a little bit of EQing, the difference between the other mics, it's a little bit negligible. Really, the only thing I'd change about the AM8 is not losing the RGB, switching from the USB to XLR. Because what you're doing is, yes, sound quality is important, but you're sacrificing a little bit of the look of it for the sound quality. All in all, if you're looking for a dynamic microphone and you don't have $400 to blow willy-nilly, I strongly recommend the AM8. It's a beautiful, high-quality sounding microphone for $50. I will link the AM8 microphone down in the description. And again, I want to thank Ted from Fifine for sending this over to me so I can review for you guys. If you have any questions about the mic, feel free to ask in the comments below or go to their Amazon page. They have everything there as well. And again, that'll be linked down below. But I hope this helped, and don't forget to spread love and positivity. See you in the next one.